And welcome to another episode of Judgment Day. No, it's not the one movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't even know. Judgment Day, the podcast miniseries, we are talking about Reddit posts. And in season 1, we're looking at posts from the Am I the Asshole thread that basically we're judging, are these people a-holes or not? Joining me is looking so good with that hair today. I don't know what she did. Logan, oh, what's the secret?
I think shower and then air dry and yeah, don't care. Like it's still wet down here, but
if it makes you feel better, okay. If it makes you feel better, my hair is shower and then don't care immediately. No air drying for me, but I skipped that part of the process.
You're just like, pull it up.
And joining me, she's been known to deal a great game of poker. Raina, what's new? What's popping?
It's good. You didn't ask that though. I think I answered that funny.
I like how you look like you're on the spot. Like, I don't know. How am I? I haven't even thought about it.
I'm doing good. It's
good.
It's popping hard.
I think I want to talk more about this poker. Secret talent.
I used to work at the casino. I don't anymore after COVID.
Ooh.
Sadly.
They're looking, girl.
Yeah, they sure missed me.
Do they? Oh, I bet you made some good tips out there.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was definitely a hustle though, and that was exciting.
I know. I think in the future, I would love to try it a little bit, even though I couldn't tell you the difference between like poker and blackjack and all those games. I have to learn.
You'd be unnatural.
I'd be like, don't you cheat on my table, boys.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the situation today? Let me read you the sentence so you can get prepared for what's about to hit you. Am I the asshole for asking my friend to not propose on my birthday trip?
Ooh.
From the title alone, that sounds like that person who wants to propose on their birthday trip sounds kind of assholey. So let's read it. No, we will.
I'm not judging it yet.
Okay, you're gonna judge in the first sentence, I bet. But no worries, we'll
for
get
sure. But
okay, so many of my friends are turning 40 next year. Ooh, let's give a name to this protagonist. Let's call her
40? Okay.
I know. Ooh, right? Oh,
I mean, no. It's not the age.
It's like, 40. Could you imagine?
Like,
I just thought that these would be 20-somethings talking about proposing at someone else's birthday event.
Raina, people in their 40s get proposed to too.
At the event? No, it's not that.
40-year-olds can find love as well.
Raina's like a 1950s, like after 40 marriage.
I'm 18 and unwed.
I'm only 19 and I haven't met a guy yet. What am I going to do?
All right.
I love it.
Oh my gosh, we're too silly. Okay, so we're gonna call the lady who posted. We're gonna call her Mercedes. So many of Mercedes' friends are turning 40 next year. So I asked my closest friend Jen if she wanted to do a shared birthday and make a big friend trip out of it. Jen said yes. Mercedes was like, awesome. So Mercedes planned and booked a trip for the group. She researched destinations, flights, accommodations, activities. She booked and organized everything and coordinated schedules for 16 people. Mercedes
is doing that or Jen's doing that?
Mercedes did all that. Mercedes, okay. Girl, you are like the Mercedes car. Slow down. That is a lot of work. I barely schedule my own vacations. Can you imagine doing that for 16 people?
Oh, I would love that.
So we can definitely see the level of investment Mercedes has in the birthday idea.
Yeah. I mean,
very much. She's got a lot.
I mean, I'm hoping Mercedes gets some commission checks for booking all this stuff for 16 people. Like, seriously. So the trip is early next year. So early 2022. And Mercedes just found out that Jen's long-term partner is planning to propose on the trip. So Mercedes was like the car, screech, put the brakes on. And Mercedes says, hey, can you possibly find another occasion? And Mercedes said that she offered to help plan another trip for the group before or after to celebrate and surprise her with the proposal. Basically, let the birthday trip be the birthday trips for Mercedes and Jen. We could do a different proposal trip. So Jen's boyfriend, let's give him a bad name.
Todd.
Yes.
Todd. I wanted to give like a name that was like, Todd. Todd was pissed. Todd was pissed.
Sorry to all the Todds out there.
No, sorry. Rest in peace, Todds. Todd was pissed and said that Mercedes was being super selfish for wanting to make the trip all about Mercedes. And now Mercedes feels terrible. She's like, am I being a spoiled baby? But I feel like it changed from being like an us trip celebrating like the milestone of turning 40. And and he wants to change it to like an engagement trip and a party. Here's this next sentence to me. This says a lot. So hold on, buckle up in your Mercedes. Jen and her boyfriend, Todd, had been together for almost a decade. So the proposal is a big deal, and I am so happy for them, but I feel kind of taken for granted for all the work I put into planning with no help, and now the trip will be all about the engagement and wedding planning. I'm feeling like the butthole, and now I'm super guilty. So internet, am I the asshole?
I have a question.
Yes, question.
So it's Mercedes and Jen's birthday, correct?
Yeah, well, it says earlier, many of my friends are turning 40. So it looks like Jen and Mercedes had like a very
like similar birthdays.
Yeah.
So Mercedes is like, this is a birthday trip. So she's only really thinking about herself, right?
Well, it's also Jen's birthday. I guess that's kind of like, and it says many are turning 40 next year. So I'm wondering if the whole idea is like, woo, we're
all
40.
Of our birthday kind of
deal. Like,
okay.
She didn't say that explicitly, but I'm wondering if like it's like, okay, Mercedes and Jen's birthday, but like we're turning 40 and like, woo, Cancun, or I don't know, wherever she planned for 16 people.
Yeah, it sounds like
in Milwaukee.
Go to Milwaukee. Yeah.
She's like, don't you dare propose at that cheese festival, you Todd. Raina, what were you saying, my love?
It just sounds like they're the first of their friend group to also turn 40.
Mm-hmm.
Or early 2022. It's kind of like they're at the beginning of the year. It would be different if this was in July, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's a testament to 40 or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Logan, do you want to go first, or should we weigh in now?
Oh well, we're just reacting. We can let our opinions sit and stew.
Okay.
Another thing, Jen and Todd have been dating for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. It's not like they've just been together, like a couple of years. And they're like, let's do this,
Mm-hmm.
He's like fully in
Mm-hmm.
that group. It's not just like he's like some extra,
I just feel a little worried in this idea of like, hey, we've been dating for a decade and we just happen to have this birthday trip and I'm just going to propose to you during that birthday trip. That's a little lazy, I think.
I do get that too.
Yeah.
Like it's been a decade. Like you could really like, this chick 10 years. You can't put a little bit more effort or creativity. You just kind of have to like, sidekick it to the birthday week. I don't know.
But maybe they're like saving up for like a kid or something. And like, they don't go on a lot of cool trips. And he's like, I really want to make it special.
So how did this get back to Mercedes though? Because if Mercedes had heard from other people that Todd was going to do this, I'd be rightfully pissed too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not making an event of his own thing. He just wants to have 16 other random women there, and also like if he had come to Mercedes and said that, then there's a good chance that his idea could have gone over a little smoother. It probably would have still been no, but at least you're not hearing something like, hey, all my 80 hours of researching hotels for 16 people is completely out the window because Todd wants to waste my time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, I get the idea. I think I view it a little differently. If I had a birthday weekend and two of my close friends who've been dating for a decade, the one was like, hey, I'm going to propose. I think I'd be excited, but I'd also be like, okay, well, my birthday party's Saturday. Can we do that Sunday? At least a little separation. But I don't think
sorry, I don't.
No, Logan, go. You were excited.
I was going to say, if it's it's probably like a week-long vacation, at least. So I feel like they have their party days. I feel like, there's still time to do a little something.
Yeah, like maybe like the last night of the trip or something. That I don't think, in my opinion, wouldn't be bad. But then, Mercedes is the one who basically rented out half the wing of the Marriott and has been planning this. And technically it is her birthday celebration. And if she's like, I'm not really comfortable with that, she's the one planning it too. Like, it's not like Todd only stepped up when he was like, oh, it's a trip that I don't have to plan. I can just propose on it. Like, and so that part of it. Are we ready for final judgment, or should I tell you what the thread said?
Yeah, I want to hear the thread.
Yeah.
They said, Mercedes, you're not the asshole. So the top comment, Todd was invited along after the fact. The trip was your idea. He could have planned his own thing. They've been together for a decade, and this was the first opportunity he could think of to propose. Did he not know why you were even planning this trip in the first place? If he were to be invited to a joint birthday party where he planned to propose, but conveniently didn't contribute to planning anything else like the party, would you feel bad asking him to do all that another time? How can he have all these grand plans for a trip he didn't plan? And that kind of makes sense. He is kind of hijacking her event in a way. So
for sure.
Well, final verdicts. Raina, what do we think?
I mean, unless Todd plans on just pulling out the ring, like, now's the right time. We're at the bar counter, now it's the right time. It's so weird. There's no possible way she could be the asshole, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I think that I think, no, even if it happens against her will, I think Mercedes will definitely be happy that, oh my God, my best friend is engaged. Sure, but I'd definitely be steaming under that layer of shell, hard exterior. But yeah, not the asshole, because Todd is so lazy. And it just seems like he doesn't really care for his fiance's dreams if he's gonna take someone else's dreams and repurpose them for his future wife. So
yeah, that totally makes sense.
Mercedes, NTA, not the asshole.
Logan, final verdict on your end.
See, I think this is rough because, sometimes birthdays can be hard. You really want to make your birthday special. You really want to have a fun time, make sure that other people are having a fun time. So I get why she would be upset and want it to be, birthdays. Like, this is a big year for all of us. Like, let's start it off well. Yeah. Like Matt, like you said, like, if there was a specific day that they maybe planned out, like the day before they left, like, they're at dinner or something, I don't know, but I'm going to say not the asshole. I'm on her side.
I'm going to be the third, not the asshole. Although I do think, this is kind of situation where it's like, it's my birthday week. And, we all hate that person in our lives who's like, Tuesday is tapas and Wednesday is, karaoke and Thursday is the German, Hefeweizenhaus. And it's like, girl, just narrow it down.
It's just a week is a long time to have a birthday.
Yeah. But I think the real asshole, the real villain of the story is Todd. Get creative. You've had a decade. Todd. You're telling me that the best opportunity to propose is during a trip that Mercedes used with all her Marriott points to get you guys the rooms. She probably made a good sweeping on those Delta points too while we're at it. I mean,
seriously. But even after 10 years, you could take your girlfriend to, just a really nice restaurant and be like, you mean so much to me. Let's do this. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels very hijacky.
Oh, yeah. It 100%. So it looks like we're all not the asshole in this one. So another judgment decreed. We'll see you next time on Judgment Day.
Yeah. We need a gavel.
Bang, bang.
Judgment Day is a podcast by Starvolt Studios. Judgment Day is executively produced by Matt Rebar, Logan Molnar, and Raina Butel. For more awesome content, just go to starvoltstudios.com or on their Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter page.